when I'm 29 years of age. I'm a minor league goaltender. It's my vacuum cleaner story.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard it. So I'm 29 years of age. I'm in my 9th year of pro hockey. I've just played with the Adirondack Red Wings the last 2 years. My 9th year pro, Detroit's farm team. Bill Dineen's my minor league coach. Season's over. Go back to Vernon, BC. My wife's a nurse. She's got a job at the Vernon Hospital. I've got a job at the liquor store. We've got children born in 81, 83, and 84. So this is 85. So we got 3 kids under the age of 4, 2, and 1. And I'm 29 years of age. I've got grade 12 education, and I stop the puck 86% of the time. And I'm 5'8", and I'm 29 years old. Not a big market. and we're living in my parents' basement for the first 2-3 weeks when we got home, trying to find a place to live, but we got our jobs, and you know, but my agent's calling. It's late. You know, Jim Devellano calls one day in the middle of May to say, Ken, you know, your contract's over. We're not going to sign you. We're turning Chris Pusey pro, a young goaltender that's leaving the OHL, and you know, my agent's calling. Can't find a job. So one day I come home after a couple of weeks, and my mom says to me, you know, Ken, Cindy, my wife Cindy, is up at the Lakeview pool with the 3 kids. She wants you to go up and join her up at the Lakeview pool. So I go downstairs, put on my swimming trunks, I come up. My mom's waiting for me at the top of the stairs. And she says, Ken, you know, I'm worried about you and your, you know, what you and your family, what's going on with hockey? I said, well, not much right now, Mom. It doesn't look very good. Well, Ken, what are you going to do? I said, well, I think I'm going to go to school, Okanagan College, and then maybe we'll go to Vancouver, UBC. I got to get a degree. I said, Mom, I'm 20. I got to get a degree. And she said, you know, my mom and my dad were, you got to work. You know, they I think they both had like grade, you know, 8 education, and they carved out a great life. My dad at the BC Hydro, my mom raised the family, and they picked apples, and they raised their family, and they put food on the table. And then she was saying, Ken, you gotta have a job. You're 29 years of age. And I said, well, Mom, I don't know what to do. And she says, Ken, the Vernon newspaper came last night, and there's that in there. Electrolux vacuum cleaners are looking for a vacuum cleaner salesman, door-to-door salesman in this area. I've called the 800 number. The job is open. It's the best vacuum in the market. I've been an Electrolux person, vacuum my entire life. Grandma Eastbeck, my mom's one, was Electrolux, and so it's a great product. She said, you've got the gift of gab, and you know lots of people in this town through baseball and through hockey. And she says, I think you could do really good. And then before I could say anything, she says, Ken, I'm your first sale. She says, I'm gonna buy a brand new vacuum cleaner from you. And I said, oh, great. And then she said, before I could say, she says, I've talked to Grandma Eastbrecht, who was my mom's mom, who lived 5 doors down on 23rd Street. Grandma Eastbrecht's gonna buy my second vacuum. So now I've sold 2 vacuums. So I said, Mom, any idea of the status of Aunt Emma's vacuum? She lived 2 doors down. She says, Ken, family takes care of family. I'm sure you'll do very good with Aunt Emma. So I've pretty well got 3 vacuums sold. I thought, boy, you know, I've got this is a pretty good program. I thought, Mom, let me think on this. I'm not sold on it. And as fate would have it, 2 days later, the phone rings, and it's Jim Devellano and Neil Smith. They were looking for, they had talked to Bill Dineen, told Bill they were looking for a Western Canada scout, told Bill that my contract was up and they weren't bringing me back, and Bill said to Jim Devellano and Neil Smith, I would sign Ken Holland and make him a scout. I think he'd do a great job for the Detroit Red Wings. And on Bill Dineen's advice, they reached out to me, offered me the job, and here we are today. My mom and I, my mom just passed 2-3 years ago, but many times through the years would sort of, you know, have a laugh when we were together about, she was trying to convince me to stay in Vernon, live in Vernon, and sell vacuum cleaners and you know, raise my family, and then, you know, all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, over time, you know, become an NHL general manager, and then, you know, for me, you know, working with Neil Smith, and then Neil left to New York, and then being, you know, sort of mentored by Jim Devellano, and then in '94, Scotty Bowman and Jimmy D. I think I said at the Hockey Hall of Fame, that was Harvard for me. You know, to be able to work alongside Scotty and Jimmy Devellano every day, the way they think, the way they went about their business, was where I learned. I learned the player evaluations from Neil Smith. You know, and then when he left, learned from Scotty and Jimmy, and then also trial and error. You know, I've got many decisions through the years, whether it's a draft or as the manager, where you make decisions and they don't work out, but you got to make, everybody's going to have those, you got to make more good decisions than bad decisions. So the vacuum cleaner story would be sort of my sort of the fork in the road. 29 years of age, minor league goalie, and what path is my career going to go? And within a 1 week, 72-hour period, my mom's talking to me, go down to this path, and then the phone rings and they're offering me this path, and my wife didn't. My wife really wanted me to go. I don't think my wife. There was a third path, I guess, a third fork in the road. My wife Cindy wanted me to go, get educated and and use that education. So I had, do I go that's the path that Cindy wanted me to go. My mom wanted me to go down the vacuum cleaner path, and I was offered this path, and I made the decision to go. Hockey was my passion. I loved hockey, and to be able to be involved and stay in hockey to some degree when you're 29 years of age was something that I jumped at, and obviously very, very fortunate.